Hey, what's happening all you amazing people? Welcome back to another most amazing top 10 video. This right here is the top 10 rarest conditions. Let me know if you guys were born with anything unusual. Or what do you guys think is the rarest condition, and also what top 10 list should I make next? So jumping right into it, in at number 10 we have a super rare condition called hydrocephalus, which means water in the brain. Rona Begum has become the most popular person with this case. She's just 3 years old and she was given a very slim chance of survival. She was rushed to the hospital last year where surgeons carried out a series of operations trying to reduce the circumference of her head. Miraculously, doctors got her head from 37 inches to now 23 inches. And doing this operation saved her life. Just hopefully her head doesn't continue growing. Moving into number 9 we have hyphoria, which means sensitivity to the light. The most popular case of this is the Cullen brothers, who have this real life vampire-like syndrome. They also have fang-like teeth, which is why people call them the real life vampire. But this isn't a Twilight film, this is their lives. The boys cannot sweat and must avoid light because if they don't, they're gonna overheat. Kuru, which also means the laughing death, well this comes into this list at number 8. The condition is nothing to laugh about. It's all of a sudden you just burst into laughter, which leads to death from causing a hole in a person's brain. This is an incurable degenerative neurological disorder. The term Kuru derives from the word Korea, which means to shake, which is a reference to body tremors. And this is a classic symptom of the disease. This rare condition was first noted back in 1959, and this is by a tribe by the province of Papua New Guinea. Alright, now it's time for number. We have polymylia, which means multiple limbs. This can happen in humans and also in animals. One of the most famous cases was a boy from India who was born with extra limbs. People thought that this guy was a god. Doctors figured out that this was a parasitic twin conjoined to his abdomen. So this is his unborn sibling who's using his body to grow. Doctors were able to successfully remove it, and now this boy is living a very normal life. Severe combined immunodeficiency disorder, which means people are born without an immune system. And this breaks into our list in at number 6. The short for this is SCID. And the most popular case of this was a 5-year-old Seth Lane, who took the internet by storm. There was a YouTube video of him asking the world to help raise awareness for SCID. Seth was born with no immune system, and he has no way of fighting any form of infections. The only way people survived in this condition is having a bone marrow transplant. Seth had his first bone marrow transplant when he was just 7 months old, and instead of helping him fight the infections, it was actually fighting against him. It treated his body as a virus or infection. So for now, he has spent most of his days in a bubble. The movie Bubble Boy, or Boy in the Plastic Bubble by John Travolta, really shows you what it's like to have his condition. Now in at number 5 we have Unner-Tan syndrome. This condition causes people to walk on all fours, and they speak in grunts, and they suffer from a severe mental retardation. This is what people are calling backwards evolution. This rare condition was recently named, and it appeared in a 2006 BBC documentary where they document a family who walks on all fours. And it's about 5 individuals who live in Turkey. Moving on to hereditary sensory neuropathy type 1, which is a loss of sensation, which means you can't feel anything including temperatures. You don't know if something is too cold or too hot. And this only affects 2 in 1 million people, and this comes in to number 4. People with this condition also suffer from fractures, burnt skin, and they even bite off the insides of their cheeks and their tongue because again, they cannot feel anything. The brain doesn't receive the right signals from the rest of the body. This almost reminds me of this girl right here from Heroes. She can break anything and just regenerate. Charari malformation, which means the brain is too big for the skull, well this comes in to number 3. The brain tissue, which is usually the cerebellum, it pushes into the spinal canal. This can cause headaches, fatigue, muscle weakness, difficulty swallowing, and a whole list more of complications. This is a super rare condition that only affects 1% of Americans. There is no current cure for this, but there are treatments out there to help cope. And at number 2 we have epidermolysis, aka the butterfly disease, which causes the skin to just fall off or causes blisters all over your body. The condition was brought to the public in 2004 in the UK. There was a Channel 4 documentary about Johnny Kennedy who suffered from this disease. The title of the documentary was called The Boy Whose Skin Fell Off. There was another HBO documentary called My Flesh and Blood. It was about the final months of Johnny's life. It's really sad if you ask me. Hundreds of thousands of dollars were raised to help find a cure. Finally, we've all made it into the rarest condition on this list. There's no real answer answers, there's no cure to this disease, and I'm talking about progeria. And this comes in to number 1. Progeria is an aging condition that ages your body but not the mind, and this only affects 1 per 8 million lives, making it the rarest condition ever documented. This is a rare genetic disorder, but is often not passed on because the average lifespan of someone who has progeria is about 12 years old. The UK's oldest person with progeria is Dean Andrews, and he was able to live up until 20. He had a body of a 160-year-old person, which makes his life exceptional. There is no known cure, and there's not many answers to progeria because, well, the lifespan of someone is just so short, so it's really hard. Well, there you guys have it. This was the top 10 rarest conditions. Let me know what you guys thought was the number 1, or did I miss any of them? And also, don't forget to tell me what top 10 would you guys like to see next. I'll see you guys in the next video. So let me know how I did in this video. If you guys liked it, hit that like button. I try to compile interesting topics into a top 10 list to try to teach you guys and inform you, and I'm learning a lot myself. If you guys want to continue watching these videos, don't forget to subscribe, which is just below me. That way, as soon as I make a new video, which is going to be more and more often, you guys will be the first ones to be notified in your subscription box, and then you guys can see the video and continue watching. That's it for me in this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.